Hi guys, I am so excited because today I get to decorate my Christmas tree in a traditional style. And guys, it's going to be one tree done in three different ways over three Christmases. The first one's going to be candy cane style, where I use a candy cane deco mesh for the theme. Next one is reason for the season, where I use some lace handmade angels as my accents. Last one, golden white, where I used a last spiral golden white feather tree skirt for my inspiration. My name is Marlene. Welcome to my home and garden channel. Welcome everyone. So let's go ahead and start with the unboxing, how that went. So over here, my husband is opening it up for us. And this was actually from Old Time Pottery. It was a 7.5-foot tree. And for those of you who were with me those many years ago, I want to thank you so much for those of you who helped us to choose this tree, because we weren't sure which one to get. We just knew we wanted it to be 7.5 feet tall and that we wanted it to be green, not flocked, because they can be a little bit messy. They're beautiful, but they can be a little bit messy sometimes. So we just wanted one that was green. And that's what we got because you helped us to choose it. So thank you for those of you who were with us. And just to say that these can be a little bit heavy sometimes. So if you can get help, get it, because your tree, putting your tree up really should be a wonderful experience and not something that stresses you out, is what I would say. It should be something that you enjoy doing at Christmas time. So over here now, my husband is going in after he put them together, just going in and fluffing it out. And this one is lit. We always try to get a tree that is lit. And I will say that we have never ever gotten a fresh Christmas tree. It's always been artificial, just because of convenience, I guess. But I do like the way that they smell, and there are lots of things that I really like about them. But again, for the sake of convenience, we've basically done an artificial tree. But let me know in the comments if you typically get a fresh Christmas tree, you go and cut it down yourself, or if you just get an artificial tree like we do. And so what I usually recommend too is that if you are getting an artificial tree, that you'll want to get one that gives you at least 1.5 to 2 feet, below the ceiling, so that way you have enough for your topper, typically a star for us, as well as just to leave a little room above that so it doesn't look like it's, bunched into the space. So over here, we turn the lights on just to take a look and see how it looks. And we normally leave our tree out, like we leave it for a day, just so it can air out and just kind of like come into itself, fall into place. And, just to give you a break to do something different the next day. So these are the things that we're going to be using here for the candy cane theme. You can see the ornaments over here, and these are shatterproof, because even though our kids are, a little bit older, we still like to get ones that are shatterproof. If we have guests coming over and they have smaller kids, or even older kids can have, accidents sometimes. So it just means that one less thing to have to think about. And we typically get our snowflakes, lots of those. And these little crystal looking bells, these are shatterproof as well. I've had these for so many years, guys, and I think they still look good. So it's good to just, use and reuse what you have and save your money that way. This over here, this was a candy cane shatterproof set that I got. And this was actually a thrifted item. Because I know I wanted to do a candy cane theme, and I said, let me go take a look and see what they have. And I saw it was only $5.04, guys, believe it or not. And I was so glad that I got it. So this is the inspiration right here in all of this. And that is the deco mesh that was from Old Time Pottery. They're probably not going to be available anymore, but over here you can get these online, and I'll link in this description box. You can get some of these if you wanted to try it out. And so over here, I'm just going ahead and pinching it in and placing it, and I think for this one, because it's so large, it's not as forgiving in terms of placement on the tree and how it looks. So I think for these, it's good to make sure that you line them up, horizontally, or I should say at a slant along on your tree. And you will need to stop the end as well too, because it might fray out on you. So get some, like your glue gun, and get some of that glue and put it together so it doesn't fray out on you. And over here now, I'm just going in and putting in the ornaments and my snowflakes. And I think this is just such a relaxing thing to do. And that's why I say, guys, it's not something that you should rush. It should be really a joy and a pleasure when you're doing it. Whether you're doing it by yourself, or your kids are helping you, or other friends, as the case may be. Just take your time and do it. And over here, I looked and I saw that it needed something. So I went ahead and I put the velvet ribbon coming down the other way to kind of like give it a vertical interest. And I thought it looked really, really good. And I had gotten that from Walmart. And so I went ahead and put it in. And for my tree topper, I figured I wanted to give it, a red pop of color. So that's the ribbon that came from Walmart. And I just made two bows and, had them have really long ends coming. And then I just coiled them and they have wires in them. So it's very easy to work and it stays in place. And that was my tree topper. And now we're going to go ahead and look at the reveal. So this is it in the daytime right here with everything lined up. But I did put a couple of extra things here and there just to give it a pop, like that long ornament that you're seeing right there. And I think it looks so beautiful. And so I'm going to go ahead and set it to music so you can go ahead and enjoy this, just to see all that was on here and just enjoy the peace that it gives in this season that is Christmas. And the nighttime view is my absolute favorite for this one especially. And check out the reason behind the candy cane, guys. The symbol of what it means at Christmas time. And you can check out this video for all the step-by-steps so you can see exactly how I did each thing if you wanted to try doing that for yourself. And be sure to check out our Christmas series, which I'll link at the end. It's going to have all the videos in there. You can see them. I put a couple together for you from over the years. And be sure to hit the subscribe button and tap the notification bell twice so you won't miss any of these videos. Come along and join us, guys. It's going to be fun decorating again this year. And now it's time for number 2 with our little angel and our new star for the top of the tree. And it's our reason for the season. So our tree is ready for us. And here are the items. Over here you can see we have lots of the gold one over there. And of course our red and whites. We have our ornament hooks. And those ribbons are actually from the dollar store. My little angel right there made from lace. I'm going to go ahead and get started. And this ribbon, like I was saying, is from the dollar store. And it is wide at the edges. And I think if you are new to putting ribbons on the tree, or if you're not comfortable with that part of it, I think it's a very good idea to get the ribbons that have wires at on the edges, because they don't all have it. And I think it holds up a lot better. And you can always kind of like give it more of a curve off of the tree a little bit, so that way kind of like it looks really eye-catching and it pops a lot more. So I would say try for those. And these are ornaments. You can see I did put in 4 different sets of ribbons, going through along there. And for this I needed 4 rolls for the 4 of them for the 7.5 foot tree. Just depending on how you want to do it, though, you can decide how many you will need. And guys, I always try to see if I can do a zigzag pattern when I put my ornaments on. I put each one on, at a time, whatever style of tab that I'm using. So that way, some are not too close together and some not too far apart. And these are the gold ones that are going to go on next. And then my little angels. And I just think they're so cute. And they were inspired by one that my older son, made at kindergarten many, many years ago. So I thought I would try doing it. It's pretty easy. It's just a clothes peg with some lace that I pinched in to make the wings, and then just wrapped it around the middle of the clothes peg for the skirt. And you can just put a little gold ribbon or something like that, edging for the, the sash around the waist. You can also put one for the halo on top as well if you'd like to. And then just clip your little ribbon on there, narrow ribbon, and you're good to go. And I also went in and added this on for some vertical interest, because it's good to see slants or even horizontal ribbons going around, but it's good to have something that comes down from top to bottom as well too, so it has that vertical interest. Now it's time for the star. And I was so excited to try this one because I just liked how it looked. And it was something different, very different from the other one that I did. and I actually got this from Target. I think it was maybe like $12 at the time. But the good thing with these things is that they last for many years. So, you buy them and then you have them lasting for a long time. And you can always interchange them out depending on what you're doing for each particular. It was a little bit heavy though, I will say that much. And now guys, let's go ahead and take a look at the reveal. And this is a nighttime look. You can see how beautiful it looks. And I just put little things typically under my trees that, like something for a child, because it really is about the birth of Christ, welcoming into the world. And I think that these kind of gives you an idea. Of course, it wouldn't be at that point in time, but just something for children that they can really enjoy. And it's for everyone, for children at heart, at all ages. So I'll set it to music for you so you can go ahead and see all that we have here. And now it's time to go on to our gold and white tree, which was inspired by this beautiful tree skirt from the Last Sparrow Company. And I was so glad when they reached out and, asked me which type I would like. And that's the one I chose because I knew ahead of time. Usually I know from the year before what I want to do for the following year. I can't say it never ever changes, but I tend to plan ahead in my mind. Doesn't always hold, but I knew I wanted gold and white. And when they offered, I said, yep, that's the one I want. And guys, I tell you, it feels so, so good. So soft. My kids said this doesn't feel like something for under tree. It feels like something you should be lying down on because it was just so nice and cozy. I didn't see any of these in stock, but there are other types you can get to if you wanted to do like say a gold and white tree or even any other ones. So I'll link these in the description box if you wanted to take a look at those. Or when you go to check on those, if you see any other types that might work better for you, you can always check that out as well. So check the description box below, guys. So over here now, these are the gold and white things that I'm going to be using. We have lots of gold ornaments here, and I like the different, styles of the gold one. It gives you that variety. And if you look at the ribbon, you can see, I think this was from Old Time Pottery as well too. And I usually get them like after Christmas, so they're at a discount. You can see how wonderful and rich it looks. It just looks like something like a high-end ribbon. And it also is wired at the edges because, again, I find that when I use ribbons with wire at the edges, they're a lot easier to work on the tree, and I think they hold up a lot better over the years, and just even how they look. And there are more snowflakes right here again. And these are some turtle doves. I've had these for many, many years, maybe about over 15 years or so. And these were actually from the dollar store. I think they were maybe at that time like 6 for $1. Prices have certainly changed over the years. And these are my little bells right here, which you saw previously, shatterproof. And I have my ornament hooks right here, little shear for cutting the wire, my scissors, and the floral wire. Be sure that when you're using the floral wire that you can try to get the one that is thin, so it doesn't, it's not too hard to work. And then I'm coming up over here now and just getting it tucked in and start. And even though this one had the wire at the edges, I must say, because it's more of a natural fiber, it doesn't hold up as well as the other ones do. So let's say if you're doing a fresh tree and using one of these, you may want to get the floral wire that you saw that I just showed you a moment ago and just wire them in place so it stays and it doesn't come out. Because it's an artificial tree, it's a little bit easier, but you can wire them in even on this one if you wanted to. I'm just going in and tucking it in to get that same angle again. And if you're liking this video so far, be sure to give me a thumbs up. It sends a good message out so that other people can get to see it, and I certainly appreciate it. And these videos, they show year after year, so I certainly appreciate you doing that. So it helps it to go out even for Christmases to come, as they have been doing. We're just layering them in. And right here, I'm putting the skirt on, and it has a Velcro on there. I had to, open it up and then adjust it again, but I just think it is so gorgeous. You can tell me what you think about this skirt, guys. And now it's time for the reveal to take a look and see what it looks like. And I just love the gold. It really was popping on this one for me. And I was quite glad to see it. You could have had a few more vertical things, I think, but I still thought it came out really, really good. And I just love that I did something different this time because I always have red in my trees, but this time I said, let me try something different, and I'm glad I did, but I'm still stuck on red, guys. Their red will pretty much be in almost all of my Christmas trees. You can see how it's looking under there. And you can see a little horsey back there. I always like little horsies in the, Christmas displays. And over here, I'm so glad that I got to take this picture with my doggy because this was the second to last Christmas that we had with him. We miss him so much, but I'm glad that we had this wonderful time to take pictures and, just to have a wonderful experience with him. So you can take a look at this video to see, more details of our step-by-step on the golden white tree. This one for the reason for the season, and this one for the candy cane style. And they'll be in the playlist at the end for you. And this is a recent video that I did. I think it was the most recent video that I did actually, where I showed you the different items available at Lowe's. There are plants for outdoors that can stand the cold, or your decor for inside. So you can go ahead and check it out, guys. And you can let me know which view is preferred for you, whether it's the nighttime view or the daytime view for the trees that you've seen here. And also which one is your favorite, or if you like them all equally, and if any of them inspire you to try that style that I did to see if it's going to work for you and your family. But it certainly has been a wonderful experience for us. We love Christmas. We love celebrating it. The reason for the season. And I want to thank you for stopping by. Be sure to share this out with those who love Christmas and to decorate for Christmas as well. And I hope to see you in the next video. We have so much in store for you. Take care, guys, and enjoy this season.